Hello, parents. My name is Mr. Schoening. I will be your child's AP Physics teacher. Welcome back to school. I would like to just take a few moments just to help you navigate through my website in order to reach me or find any information that you are looking for, and also to just basically go through the daily ins and outs of this course. Um, on this website, if you were to land here, you will see that my information is provided. I am asking that initial contact is done via email. It's just easier for me to see the email and respond to it quickly, and then we can basically set up anything that we would need to communicate either via phone, text, or stay through email. But I would prefer you start through the email. Um, you will also see on this site there's a couple other items that we will look at. You, for example, can do the back to school night videos. You could look at the course expectations. We also have some calendars over here if you were looking for the AP Physics calendar. This is not, to be honest, very helpful for a parent. It says there's assignments, but it doesn't really do much for you. Rather, you would probably want to use my Google Classroom to be able to do that. So, excuse me. What I'm going to focus the rest of this video on is the actual course expectation sheet and the actual operation of the class day to day. So if I were to open up our course expectation sheet here, again, the same information I provided is here. For an AP Physics student, this is going to be one of the toughest courses that they will take, if not the toughest course. It is highly conceptual. Students really need to think and practice. It's absolutely important that they do the homework at home to make sure they master the topics that we do in class. I very often hear students complain that they understand it when I'm doing it in class, but when it comes time for the quiz or the test, they can't remember how to do it. And many, many times it's just simply because they never practiced it. Other times it's just because it's difficult. So um, it could be that too. In terms of this class, I just ask that they bring a 3-ring notebook, and I would prefer to use graph paper just because of the tasks that we do that work in different dimensions. Graph paper helps with the diagramming and the understanding of the material as it's presented. You'll see a bunch of other things on this site, but the most important thing that I wanted to point out is the grading policy. Just like in every other science course, it is broken down into major categories. We have tests. The tests are worth 40%. We do have a retesting policy, but in this particular course, we do as test corrections. So as long as the students do their work prior to the test, everything is completed, it's been submitted, even if it's submitted late, as long as it's completely finished, students will qualify for the test corrections, in which they can come in during enrichment or after school and work on those that they had incorrect and prove how they now know the material, and then they can earn back half of the points in which were lost. So most students will be able to successfully get through this course, even if they're not the best test takers, because of that particular policy. We do quizzes on a nearly daily basis, maybe every other day, on the individual topics. There are going to be 5 questions. Those 5 questions will just basically highlight what was done on the homework to make sure that they understood what was going on. Labs is a very important category in this course. As we see, it is worth 30%. So it is very, very, very important that the students do their labs. Most lab work is completed before they leave class. So as long as they're doing what they're supposed to in class, there's not usually an issue in this category for students. Daily work is just basically a bonus. The problems that we do in class, the homeworks that are done, as long as they are done um, thoroughly, they don't always have to be correct, but as long as they're done and an effort is shown, this is kind of like a free 10% to help boost averages. So in terms of our grading policy, those are the assignments that we will do, what they're worth. I would like to just take a few more moments to explain where your children will find their work. I utilize Google Classroom, in particular the classwork section. As a parent, I would advise you to see if you can send me an email and I can add you to the Google Classroom so you can also see this work. This is much easier than looking at the calendar. What you will see on the Google Classroom is a couple of different sections. We have reference materials that the students will use often, found here at the top. We have upcoming quizzes and tests always announced here. So we can see, for example, that we have nothing coming up right now, but we have had 2 quizzes that just passed. Very soon we will see a posting for when the test is coming up. So students can be aware of when things will be happening. And if you're signed up, you can see it too. On a daily basis, I also organize my classroom by weeks. So if they click on the topic, for example, this week is week 3, and we can see that each individual day has something there. So on Monday, they covered these topics with these attachments. On Tuesday, it just directed them to finish Monday's topic. On Tuesday, they also did a lab. On Wednesday, we started a new topic. And we could also see on the days that we don't meet, for example, Thursday, I put a placeholder there just to remind them there was nothing on that day. So, for example, if we were looking at this Wednesday topic, we will see that we have a couple of documents here. In particular, I have the presentation because the material I cover is a lot. So I'd like to give the students presentations that they can fill in the gaps for anything that we might not have been able to discuss in class or something that we might have addressed so fast they didn't get a chance to write it all down. But we also have these digital submissions here. And these digital submissions let me know if your child is doing this correctly. It also lets your child know if they're doing it correctly. These are done for mastery, but if the students are unsuccessful, that is okay. They will just provide a screenshot of what they were able to do work wise. I'm sorry, that wouldn't be a screenshot, that would be a photograph. And they can provide me with a copy of their work to let me know that they tried it, but they didn't quite master it. If they do successfully master, what it will do is it will look something like this. Our concept builder tasks will actually give them a series of questions that address the conceptual ideas. So what they will be asked to do is complete questions to earn their trophies. If they earn all their trophies, I'm not going to go through this, but we can see they can toggle through things here. And as they do this, they can basically prove what if they know this or not. So what they are going to do is earn their trophies, and when they get their trophies, they can give me a screenshot of what they did. That will let me know if they've mastered the topic. The second type of topic or activity that they will do are these aviary tests. Physics Aviary is a site that is basically problem based. If they click on these, what they can do is manipulate some data, solve things out, and at the end they provide their answer. And if they do get it correct, so for example, if I put my name in and I put a number, this will be wrong, and I hit submit, it will give me a trophy, or I'm sorry, a certificate indicating whether I was correct or not. In this case, I was not. It tells me I should try it again. And what we're looking for is to get correct answers here. So what you will see is that this course is, there are ways to evaluate the student work as we go so that when the test comes along, they are prepared the best that they can. I hope this little presentation helped you out with understanding how the course will work. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me via email. I'll be happy to answer anything that you might ask. I'm looking forward to a great year. Thank you very much.